Yes, problem number 21 today. From the following receipts and payments account of Aircard Youth Association. So, in the books of Aircard Youth Association, what is supposed to be prepared? Prepare income and expenditure account and the balance sheet as on the date. This question is very clear. In previous problems, you were given the question as prepare final accounts. If it is generally given, you should check whether you should prepare only income and expenditure or only balance sheets or both. You should check. It all depends upon the nature of items given in the problem. But in this problem, they have given very clearly that you must prepare both income and expenditure account and the balance sheets. This is very important. The work given to you is made very easier for you. Now, go to the question. Income and expenditure account we should prepare. It is an account, therefore put debtor and creditor. Income and expenditure. Income and expenditure account for the year ended for the year ended 31st March 2019. 31st March 2019. For this you should prepare income and expenditure, but when you start writing, don't start with the income and expenditure, but expenditure and income. Expenditure and income. This I stress often in each and every problem because some of you change the sides. Even if the answer is correct, what all to be written on the debit side is written on the credit side, it is wrong. So you must be very careful. That is why I am stressing very much this point. Okay, now we shall begin with the expenditure side. Salary. 2. Salary. It is an expenditure. 14,000. The next one, office expenses. Office expenses, 7,200. Then books is an asset. Book is an asset. So it should appear in balance sheet, not in this income and expenditure account. Then next one is stationery purchase. To stationery. To stationery, 1,800. The next item, newspaper. These are all revenue items. Books is a capital item because it gives very long use. Then newspaper. To newspaper. 2,100. 2,100. Then prizes awarded. Prizes awarded. 5,000. Prizes awarded 5,000. Then we stop with the expenditure side. Then we shall pass on to the income side. The first one is subscription, 24,800 by subscription. By subscription, 24,800. 24,800. And there is an adjustment given, additional information. See the third one. Subscription due but not received 1,700. That is the outstanding subscription. The amount 1,700 should have been paid but not yet paid. So, what is the amount not yet paid, that is not yet received? 1,700. And outstanding or accrued. Outstanding 1,700. 1,700. So if you add these two, $26,500. Then the next one, admission fees. By admission fees. Admission fees, 2,000. Then the next item, prize fund receipts. By prize fund receipts. Prize fund receipts, 6,000. The next item, bank interest. By bank interest, 1,500. These are all incomes. Bank is giving interest for the amount we have deposited in the bank. So bank interest is an income. Sale of newspapers. When old newspapers are sold away, it is an income. By sale of newspapers. By sale of newspapers, 1,100. 1,100. Okay, this what we have done. What all the items given in the receipts and the payments we have written. Listen carefully. What all the items given in the receipts and the payments we have written. And before closing this income and expenditure, we should attend whether any item is missing in the additional information also. The opening capital fund will appear under balance sheet. Stock of books, that books and assets that is capital item. Subscription due outstanding we have added. And what about stock of stationery? This is very important. And this stock of stationery, opening stock is given, closing stock is given, and the stationery purchased is given. Therefore, what we should write here? Here we should write the items purchased, etc. So here we cannot write as it is. Stationery purchased is an expense. Okay, there is nothing wrong. But at the same time, when opening stock and closing stocks are given, you should write the stationery used or consumed. Stationery used. What is it? Stock on 1/4/2018. Stock on 1/4/18. The amount of stock is 1,200. And add purchased. Purchased 1,800. So the stock must be 3,000 there. What is the closing stock at the end of the year? What is the stock? Stock on 31/3/2019. 31/3/19. The stock is 2,000 only. In the beginning, the stock of stationery is 1,200. During the year, the stock that is stationery purchased is 1,800. So, the total stock must have been there for rupees 3,000. But what is happening? At the end of the year, the stock was only 2,000. What about the difference amount 1,000? That valued stationery has been used. That is the meaning of it. So, the stationery used is 1,000 rupees in it. Now, we have attended all these items here. Now we shall try to complete the income and expenditure account. We shall complete it now. We shall complete it now. Hundred, $37,100 on the income side. 37,100. And what about the expenditure side? 300 and 29,300, which is greater here. 37,100 is the greatest total. Now, what is the balancing figure or the missing amount? $7,800. 7,800. 7,800. In this problem, income is higher and the expenditure is lesser. That is, income is excess. How much? Since the income is excess, we should write to surplus. That is, excess of income over expenditure. Excess of income over expenditure. So this is surplus. Once again, I repeat this part of the problem. Under 21, we are supposed to prepare both income and expenditure account and balance sheets. So the first part of this problem is income and expenditure account. So we shall start preparing the expenditure side. When you are writing, I said very many times, income and expenditure. When you start writing within the box, you should start expenditure and that side income. So very careful. Okay? And you can look at the payment side. In the payment side, salary given, office expenses given, and the next item is stationery purchased 1,800. Of course, it is an expense. Only the stationery purchased is given. Stationery purchased is given. Then you can write as it is under expenditure side. But regarding the stationery, the stock in the beginning of the year is given, the stock at the end of the year is given. Therefore, we should bring them all the three items and we must find the stationery used. In the beginning of the year, 1,200 stock. During the year, the stationery purchase 1,800. Therefore, the total stock available must be 3,000. But at the end of the year, the stock was only 2,000. Therefore, 1,000 valued, the difference between these 2,000, 1,000 valued stationery has been used during the year, and that is why this is here stationery used. Then next item on the payment side, newspaper purchased. So this is an expense. Prices awarded 5,000. We have written it there. And on the receipt side, subscription 24,800. Whenever you look at the item subscription, you should check whether there is any relevant related items given in additional information or adjustment. For this subscription, during this year 31/3/2019, subscription not yet received is 1,700. It is outstanding, add and write. Admission fees is given, write it. Price fund receipts, you write it. Then bank interest, it is also an income, write it. When you sell an old newspaper, it is an income, you write it. These are all the items that should appear under income side. Okay, we have found the total here 37,100. Expenditure side 29,300, and income is excess. How much it is excess? 7,800. Therefore, it is surplus. When there is excess of income, it is called surplus, and that is written here 7,800. And at this juncture, so at this time, I should inform you one thing. In small problems, when there is a fund receipt, when there is a fund expenses, if these two items are given, those items are taken to the balance sheet liability side. But in this problem, it is the income is recorded, the receipt is recorded under income side, and the prices awarded is recorded under expenditure side. Why? This is the question, or this is the doubt you will have definitely, and that is why I am trying to explain it now. Why it is? If there is any fund given, you can add the receipt and minus the expenditure. That is, you can add, if price fund is given, you add the receipt with that, and prices awarded, you minus it. This is the usual procedure. But here there is no such fund is given. Only thing, fund receipts are given and prices awarded are given. So what you must do? You should write the receipts on the income side and the prices awarded on the expenditure side. And if there is any more instruction, the excess of price fund can be treated as this reserve, that reserve. See what I am trying to say. இந்த மாதிரி அவார்டோ ரிசீப்ட்ஸ் மட்டும் கொடுத்துருந்தா தனித்தனியாக எழுதுது. அப்படி இல்லாமல் இது கூட ஃபண்டுன்னு ஒன்று கொடுத்துருந்தா, டோன்ட் ரைட் இட் அண்டர் இன்கம் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் அக்கௌண்ட், டேக் இட் டு பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் லைபிலிட்டி சைட், அங்கே ப்ரைஸ் ஃபண்டை எழுது, அது கூட ரிசீப்ட்ஸ் ஆட் பண்ணு, awarded prices awarded it is an expenditure minus பண்ணி காமிச்சது and show it in the liability side. But here there is no fund is given, and therefore receipts are written on the income side and prices awarded on the expenditure side. See, we shall see the other part soon.